We're going to find out if the stories here are true,
or if they're BS. We're here to find out if this place is real,
or if it's BS,
Or if it's just BS.
BS.
or if they're all BS. Are you in here with me right now? If you've decided to join me, few things you can do to let me know is you could hop on the bed with me, put your hand near that device. So putting it in the middle of the bed's a little awkward, I bet. So I'm going to move it there. So go over near that device and put your hand against it and make the other lights flash. If you do that, then we can kind of create a yes and no relationship. That's the best I can do for now. So you've probably seen a bunch of people like me in here before. They might have had similar stuff, a little bit different. I don't believe in things that make loud noise. I don't believe in things that annoy other people around me. It actually frustrates me when I see people using stuff like that, or when I'm in a place and people are doing stuff like that. It's loud and it's irritating. So if you could put your hand against that device and make the other lights turn on, we can consider that an affirmative. Could you do that for me? Were you the one who touched my head? If you're not in this room and you're out in the hallway, or you're in some other part of this house, could you please come in here and have a conversation with me? I just want to talk to somebody. That's all I want to do is talk to somebody. So there was a tapping sound from outside. That could have been anything. I'm going to negate that sound. So you just heard a knock knock. I'm throwing that sound out. Tell you what, I need to grab a couple of more tools because I'm not really comfortable right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some other tools. We're going to try to figure this out. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Is there anyone in here? Can you move the chandeliers for me? I heard sometimes y'all like to do that. Alright, I'll come back in here in a bit. Can you rock the chair? So, earlier in the night we had luck doing a K2 session right here. And it was every time Frank spoke, my K2 meter flashed. Like, he would say certain things like ghost hunters, Jason. Do you know Jason? Did Jason bother you? Did his style offend you? Did you find him annoying? Did you find him nice? Professional? Capable of making like a bond with? Do you feel like I'm the kind of person you can bond with? Do I make you angry? Or are you just kind of indifferent about me in general? Okay. Well, I'm gonna try doing what I did earlier. And tell a story. So, I'm writing a book on various historic hotels across America. And I'm talking about how, when there are people that other people can't see living in the hotel, those hotels tend to be very popular with their history and the encounters people can have there. So I'm writing this book, right? And this is the second to last hotel I'm going to include in it. So I've been to Melms, I've been to Grotto, I've been to the Patterson Inn, but I've never had a difficult time reaching out to someone who wanted to talk. And I feel like there's something here that needs memories triggered. Do you remember when Frank was painting in the hallway? Do you remember him scraping the paint away and repainting over it? Even though their remodeling doesn't bother you when people take the old stuff away. Do you like watching people brush their teeth? Are you George? George, are you here? Hey, George. 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 Hey, George. Oh, George, what? George. George. George, could you come join me? Two perfectly good seats. pigeon sound. I'm not very good at it. Can you do something that I cannot? So, apparently someone's seen an apparition at that window before. Noises have been heard from inside the dining room. A lot of activity from the stairs. Haven't heard anything about back behind there. Haven't heard anything from over on the side. This is a very interesting place. That sounds like a chair scraping against the floor. That sounds like a chair scraping against the floor. Hello, and thanks for watching this episode. I really enjoyed investigating the Argo Hotel, so I'm glad that I had a lot to share with you all. So, the cool part is, for the first time in a long time, this is part one. This was just the first day. None of the evidence from this particular episode came from my second day of investigating there. One of the things I had the opportunity to do on this first night is investigate by myself, kind of go to some of the quieter, darker places of the hotel, and just check things out for myself. I did three general investigations throughout the night. I did one in the late evening. I did one in the 10 o'clock ish hour. And that one lasted until about 12:30. So I was just kind of staying in places for 30 to 40 minutes at a time. And then I did one at 3 a.m. The overall like experience I had on that first day was absolutely insane in the best possible way. I did physically see an apparition. By the time I got my phone camera up, I didn't get much. So you can see kind of like in the two pictures from earlier on, there was a shadow and kind of like the lighting in one way was one way and then the lighting in the other one was different. Um, the reason they look like they're from different angles is because I might have took them at slightly different angles just like by holding the camera like ever so slightly different. But I did not get up from my seat. I stayed on the couch. I wanted to make sure I got the photos before approaching whatever it was. Of course, I captured nothing. By the time I got up there, whatever it was gone. Um, I did not see anyone staying at the hotel who fit the description of what it seemed like I saw, which was, kind of a thinner man in his. He looked like he was in his 40s, maybe 50s. Um, and he looked like what you would imagine a 19th century like priest or minister would look like. Um, kind of black priest clothes from that era. Um, not too skinny, not chubby. That's brown hair. Um, yeah, you could actually make out the hair color. He was not at all like translucent, so it was like seeing a person there. Um, by the time I took the pictures and went up the steps, there was nothing there. Um, the EVPs that you heard, I captured through most of the night. Three of them came during the time when the family was in the basement. So the way Frank set up the basement is you go downstairs, there's like a dining room table, kind of a bar, and a jukebox, a self playing like Tin Pan Alley piano, and you have what used to be the old sanatorium basement with the steel, not the steel, but like still it is tiled floor, red and white with stains on it from its yesteryear, with amazing furniture that he handcrafted himself and like worked with and refurbished. But you go kind of to the right and there's kind of like a family area, and they were there, so they were not just below me, they were below and kind of tucked away. So the family never came back out until it was like time for everyone to go to bed after the movie was over. And by the time I heard them start to come up and out, I just kind of turned everything off and let them be. Had a conversation with Frank later that night. um, So the three EVPs I caught during that time, one of them was the chair sliding. Um, so I guess that wouldn't be an EVP; it would be just audio. The chair sliding was interesting because, like, at first I was like, okay, that does sound like a chair sliding. And then I was like, well, maybe it's the plumbing, because plumbing can make some interesting sounds, especially older buildings, older houses. I did end up talking to Frank about it. He assured me that it normally doesn't make that sound. Like, you will not hear that sound in the night if you take a shower, you go to the bathroom, whatever. Um, and truth be told, I didn't hear it again. So I'm like, I didn't hear it again the whole time I was there for 2 days. I left the house only for meals. I stayed there. I went through evidence from the first day on the second day. Discovered a lot of what I presented to you on this episode. I don't really have a decent reason why that would be happening. So I don't know. So I think there could be a logical explanation, but I don't know that side either. I put it up there kind of for you to discern for yourself. Maybe one of you have experience in plumbing and you can attest to whether or not pipes can actually make a sound like that. The other one was the no, the EVP no. You can actually hear the song from Mary Poppins kind of muffled, kind of coming through the floor. And, like, in the middle of it, you just hear, no! It's like, okay, that's interesting. So, yeah, I added that. And then the really creepy one was, when will we get out? And once I found out about the story of the hotel the following day, they didn't reveal anything to me. I asked them not to on that first day, but once I had all this evidence from day one and day one alone, I kind of approached them and asked for a little bit more information because I shared some of this with them. Um, I played it and they heard it and they told me that there was legitimately the skeleton of an emaciated, physically handicapped boy found behind the downstairs breakfast dining area underneath the stairs, like kind of like in a stair closet, like Harry Potter lived in. And the bones were found in there. And it was in that space where I got this EVP. So, um, some stuff occurred in that space for day two, but I'm saving that for the day two video. Um, yeah, I heard that on the second day, and I'm like, okay. Everything else that occurred, what I believe I saw, what I'm pretty sure I saw, the apparition on the stairs, these EVPs, the other noises I was hearing, again, could be the house, could not be the house. So I'm like, some of the noises, I'm just kind of like, okay, that could be what it is. Um, but yeah, I found this very compelling. It's almost like a narrative is being told, like a memory of the house is being told, um, in that sense. So the other AVPs, I'm not entirely sure the context of them because nothing was happening around them. One of the recorders I just kind of left out, and I left it downstairs for about an hour or two when I went upstairs, and I napped a little bit between 12:30 and 3, and I just kind of left it downstairs, and that's where you hear the stop or Scott, like it could be calling my name. Um, I think it's saying stop, but I don't know, like maybe it's just my paranoia where I'm like, oh, was it saying my name? I don't know. And then the other one, which you can't hear very well at all, um, the app I originally used to create the MP4 or the MP4 files that I uploaded to this episode, like to edit it. Um, that software does not do a great job of transferring to this, even though it is still owned by the same company I'm editing this video with right now. And like I heard it much better on there. Um, So it's like "come with me" or "come in" or "come on," something along those lines. I got from the one, um, and then yeah, like I feel like I'm missing an MVP. I'm probably missing an MVP, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep going. So like my overall experience of day one was pretty exciting. So day two is going to be a separate episode. I'm going to put it together and try to get it out after Halloween. So this is going to kind of be my overall Halloweeny episode. Um, the actual post Halloween episode will be part two. There'll be a lot more commentary. That being said, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Give me a like. You can see my channel's pretty small. My videos are not like, you know, TV channel production value. I'm not a great editor or like video maker. So like this is what I got. Um, but I feel like the Argo Hotel still has a lot more breadth and depth to it that I would really like to explore further. Um, but for now, I'll leave you with this, and I'll see you in part two of this episode. Sleep tight.
Here's the door.